Good afternoon. Green tea. Hope everybody's well. Right, so let's crack on with a quick live video for today. Want to talk about time. The only thing we can never get any more of, unfortunately. And even if we had 26 hours in a day, we'd waste them. Or we'd use them all. So I'm going to talk about time, and it's quite an appropriate subject, particularly because of coming off the back of last week's fun and games with the election sort of running into the weekend as well. And a post put up yesterday about timings, really. Now, one of the biggest things that, let's be honest, most people, majority of people, would probably want to lose a bit of weight and get a bit fitter, feel a bit better about themselves. Most people would probably want to earn a bit more money, feel a bit more fulfilled, have more self-esteem, more self-confidence, and feel better about themselves. Now, to do that, you've got to devote some time to it. Let's be honest. You've got to devote some time to it. Now, if I look at the amount of posts that were made on Facebook by people, the same people that claim they haven't got time to log their food, lose weight, read development stuff that's going to help them get better, spend time with their families, whatever, probably the same people that also would post 20 times a day on Facebook about the election and about their political views, trying in vain to influence other people's political views. And the reason why they don't influence other people's political views is because they haven't got any influence themselves, okay? It's just an opinion, okay? That's another issue. So the issue, what I'm going to talk about is time. So if somebody sat down and actually worked out the amount of time they spent doing that, that would probably, some people I saw, particularly on Thursday, would go into the 45-minute range, probably. And then the time they spent looking on Facebook, trying to see if anyone's liked or commented, and then re-commenting. Now, if you think about 45 minutes a day, if you devoted 45 minutes a day to your food, exercise and personal development, you'd probably do all right. Yeah? Because you could exercise for 20 minutes, take 10 minutes to keep a food diary, and then read something educational or something that's going to develop you for the other 15 minutes. And if you did that for a year, well, do the maths. I'm not I can't work that out of my head for now, but that's a lot, yeah? So here's the thing. A lot of people just aren't interested, okay? So when you say things like this, they're not bothered. They would rather sit there genuinely and post on Facebook rather than do anything else, but then they'll complain about, in my world, particularly their weight. You know, people, it's quite a common thing. People complain about their body composition, they complain about their weight, they complain about all these sort of things. Yet we can clearly observe their priorities, because they will spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, longer in some cases, I saw, talking shit on Facebook. I'm aware of the irony of this video being on Facebook, by the way. So, so there you go. So that's the key point, really, about this whole thing. So if you're in a space of saying to yourself, well, actually, I think I haven't got time to do certain things, exercise, log food, spend time with family, develop myself, whatever, then if you look at all the things that you do currently that aren't what you call aren't priorities, what can you sacrifice? And that's a great example of last week. Now, some people aren't going to pay any attention to this, which is fine. But if that's the issue, if your issues, you think your issue's time, sit down and work it out. Sit down and actually work out the time you spend on things that aren't moving you towards where you want to go. If you're not happy with where you want to go, yeah, or where you are. If you're not happy with your weight and you say you haven't got time to prepare or cook food, how much time do you spend on Facebook? How much time do you spend watching TV? How much time do you spend doing these things? It's not just a matter of me being some fitness knobhead and saying make time. It's a matter of me saying you need to sit down and work out how much time you're spending on these things. Because last week was a fantastic example. Yeah? The amount of overweight people I saw constantly posting all day about XYZ, which has no impact whatsoever, because they've got no influence. It's a complete waste of time. Whereas actually the same people who say they haven't got time to log food, exercise, do all these things, could have took some time out to do that and then develop themselves a bit more. So this is the point, really. The message is you'll be amazed how much time you have once you have a clear list of priorities. Yeah, because the amount of people that I come across that complain about particularly their weight, and then they haven't got time to do X, Y, Z, is amazing. Now that's fine, but someone like me is not here to listen to somebody complain about their weight. I'm here to help people to develop and grow. And the first thing to do that is say, when you say you haven't got time, well, let's look at that. Because the last thing you want is to say you haven't got time, but then sit there all day on Facebook. And I've had this. I've had people genuinely tell me they've forgotten to log food. They've pissed and moaned about their weight, yet I can see 6, 7, 8, 9 posts on Facebook. Stuff that isn't relevant, so, or not going to make any difference. So you've got to have a lot of self-discipline there and look at it, and you've got to be really, really tough on yourself to say, on one hand I'm doing this, but on the other hand, people can see that I'm wasting all this time on Facebook, which is wasted time, and then it makes you look a bit silly, really. So you've got to be disciplined. I have to be disciplined. I have to be careful. If I piss and moan about things, am I doing the things I need to be doing? Am I looking at it? So you have to look at that. You have to look at that before you open your mouth, because you'll be amazed how much time you can create in a day just by having that list of priorities and outcomes. You'll be amazed. So you've just got to be careful, because it does look a bit silly. Again, like the people who constantly check in at the gym, but then all of a sudden in December, there's no more check-ins. Got to be careful about that. You've got to be careful about that. So look at your time, work it out. And here's a quick one for you. Do the time experiment. So work out how many hours there is in a week. I think it's 168. And then allocate time to each of those things that you do: sleep, work, family time, whatever. And I guarantee if you're that disciplined, you could find probably 5-6 hours a week. Yeah. And then if you time those things correctly, you'll have enough time to be able to do these things that you say you can't do. Yeah. Yeah. But everybody seems to have time for Facebook and talking crap about politics. Nobody seems to have time to log food, exercise, and increase their mental capacity. One to think about. Have a good day.